Hey everyone, Landon here with the Making of Acropolis, the music video. So I wanted to start with how I make the music itself. It starts here with sheet music using Sibelius. This song is actually based on a not very old, but pretty old piece that I once submitted to a music competition, the American Prize. And back then I was still in college, and it was quite amateur, but it's still based on this beginning motive where it opens up to right up in here, and it just kind of turned into. I tried to come back to it years later, and I went a new direction with it, with the guitar coming in. It definitely was more of a classical piece back then, and it just turned into something very cool. And definitely outside of a lot of the other stuff I've done a lot of classical things, and really adding the drums and some of those more modern elements to it is something I really enjoy doing more, honestly. So I had a lot of fun with this. Yeah, so this is how I got the music to go. This thing plays it back. Has a pretty good job at the sounds, and I did use instruments that I knew would all sound good. I've been using Sibelius a while, and I know that the English horn, which does a lot of these main melodies, this part right here, and the oboe call and response here, those are really good sound patches, and I really enjoy using those. And so yeah, this song really features the best kind of sound quality that Sibelius really, some of the best. They have a lot of other good sounds too. The synths can be pretty good too if you were to make a synthesized song. Using sheet music for that would be a little funny though. But yeah, I really enjoy using this, and so then I export the audio obviously and all that. So next I want to show you how I actually made the video itself. I went to Deep AI, where I was able to generate photos based on the different descriptions I would make for each scene. I definitely had basically the story in mind of kind of what was going to be happening, her story arc, and the whole. I really wanted to introduce all of Greek mythology into this, and I had a lot of fun making it. Had to redo a lot of shots over and over again. If I didn't describe it the right way, it wouldn't, I had to always give her wet hair. If her hair wasn't damp, or at least in some way, we were going to lose our girl. There's no way she was going to be the same. So there's a lot of pictures of her where she's not quite being her. One of the funny ones is when the gods are greeting her. I got some funny things like this one. Her hair's not damp, and he's like, "What's she doing here? Who invited her?" Stylized footage of being greeted by the Greek gods in Heaven's Kingdom. That's how I described that scene. And different things. I was getting different girls plenty of times, and so it was just a lot of trial and error. Getting her to fly took a lot. I was unable to get any griffins in there. I tried to get a griffin flying by on one of the aerial shots. It was just too funky. So yeah, as you can see, it's just a lot of things. It kept giving me four-headed Cerberus and things. That's why there's a lot of Cerberus coming out. There's some weird, funny thing it's doing here. Literally all based on the same description, except sometimes I would neglect to give her the wet hair, and that really was the main thing I had to learn. But and definitely some of the funniest things of all came from the snakes. It was very hard to get any snake shots that weren't silly in some way, including the ones that went into the video itself. So this one was in the video, just a small piece of it. It was so hard to describe them in a snake's mouth. It's like ancient Greek soldier falling into Gorgon snake mouth in a Mediterranean landscape and make it look realistic, because it wasn't making it look realistic. I had to describe it. I was getting funny snakes even down below, some funny stuff. But yeah, so some of these things are keepers just because of how silly they are. The AI just decides to do some funny things sometimes, and it's kind of fun to. So that's basically him refusing to go in the snake's mouth. He was almost blocked by some force. Just will not go in. Trying to get her attacked by snakes, giving her nose rings and things that I didn't describe. But yeah, it still was pretty fun making the desert scenes and whatnot. Wouldn't give me any Cyclops as its best version of giving us. This one's not going to load. Okay. It gave me a one-eyed Cyclops right there. That's the best it knows about Cyclopses. And it was giving me orcs and goblin things. So those didn't go in the video either. Definitely didn't want to have soldiers sinking. Only soldiers that are like underwater walking and looking all not what I was going for. Some of the best scenes from the film right here, I think. When the gods start appearing. So yeah, these ones are some of my favorites there. You know, an emperor that never made it in. Some kind of a Greek emperor or something, or he never made it into the video though. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, it was actually kind of a lot of work, honestly, because it's about 650 different clips here. They're all about 5 seconds each, and I cut them up into different things, and and I just had to pick the best of it. So I took all of these, downloaded the ones that were most important. I didn't even use all the ones downloaded. So this is Animoto. I use this to actually put the video. This is where I actually do the video editing and stuff. And, you know, these are the scenes from the whole thing. So there's about 125 of them. And so Animoto is definitely one of the more important things too, because it pieces it all together into one cohesive video. So that is essentially how Acropolis was made. Many of these videos didn't even get in there, especially the ones from my dashboard here. But I wanted to still feature them in some kind of a video to let people see the kind of things that could have and definitely would never have made it into the video. So hopefully I do intend to do a lot more of this, and of course hitting that like and subscribe really helps keep the music and the videos flowing. And I won't just post videos that's going to be different musical things. It's all going to be related to music most of all. It's not really about the AI. That's just what I used to, you know, try to launch it a little better. So there will be more coming, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.